Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your November 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Sagittarius. And I am back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Pre-Moon Law. And I am a little bit behind on my getting these videos out to you because I've had quite a busy private client schedule. Eventually, I probably won't be doing mid-month readings, but definitely click subscribe so that you get a notification. It is free to subscribe when I do post my videos, and I post them twice per month in mid-month and around the first of the month. And yeah, a lot of people have asked me how much my prices are, and I charge $75 per hour, and I book 1 hour sessions for individuals and couples, and then I do a 90-minute session for the tarot cord cutting combo, and that's $150. So for just the 1 hour individual session is $75. So yeah, so let's see what you guys get for November. You actually have a really amazing spread, okay? And again, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Sagittarius, okay? The spread is you got 100% yes cards, which very rarely ever happens, okay? That means that there's really not that many challenges in the month of November. It's kind of like this is your time to shine, okay? For whatever reason, all the planets are aligned. And things are going to be very, very easier than maybe other months. And I know that Sagittarius has had quite a rough ride for the year 2015. So for those of you who are really excited to hear this, this is really good for you. You have, in the beginning of the reading, in the heart of the spread, the present moment, you've got the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is everything you could possibly want in a relationship and more. This is marriage. This is a long-term relationship. This is a fulfilling relationship. This is commitment. This is love. You're crossed by the King of Wands, so you may be a Sagittarius guy. You may have some strong Sagittarius in your chart that's watching this, and you may be getting married to another guy, or you may be getting married to a girl, okay? So this could be, you could be a double Sag combination, which would be really, really interesting. Message me if it's a double Sag combination here. If you are, Sagittarius female and you're in a relationship with a fire sign male, most likely it's either a Sag, Aries, Leo, Capricorn, or Taurus male. Okay, that's what I see it predominantly as. Now, to me, this is a very good relationship because this is love. I mean, it's very, very, very positive. The only thing about this King of Wands is a lot of times he likes control. Okay, he's got a lot of energy. He likes control. He likes to get what he wants. This is also pure determination. For some of you, you're not in a relationship. Those of you who are single, maybe you're looking for love, or somebody in your life is getting married, and you're not in a relationship with the King of Wands at all. But for most of you, this is a person who's crossing your path. You're going to cross paths with the King of Wands. And most likely it's a fire sign. Usually I see it as a Leo or Sag. A lot of times it can be an Aries, those too. So for most of you, and then for those of you who are single, and it's not a person, it's just having the determination to get what you want, getting what you want. It's a very strong fire card. Now, I don't feel like it's been, a bed of roses for you, Sagittarius, because you do have the Ten of Wands in the distant past. And this is having a lot of things on your plate, a lot of bills to pay, a lot of things going on in your life, a lot of responsibilities, carrying a heavy load of burdens, okay? other people's burdens as well as your own. Okay, this this is taking on other people's problems when you shouldn't, saying yes when you shouldn't. And it's still in this spread, so I think even though you do have the 100% yeses, there are maybe some lingering things that need to be taken care of. Maybe you still have quite a lot of responsibilities, but the focus has kind of shifted away from just the mundane stuff to love and romance, because you do have a very strong, this is like the center of everything. So, it's great, bodes very well for relationships and romance in November. So I want to say the key word for you for November is romance, Sagittarius. And that's really good for you because Sagittarius have the highest sex drive of anybody on the planet, okay? They all agree with me, okay? And also they're romantic. They're lovey-dovey. They like romance. They're in their element when they're being romantic. So it's that fire, it's that passion, that kind of drives them forward. So they're naturally good at those things. So I feel like this is going to be a really good one. You also have the Knight of Wands in the recent past, which to me could be the same person as this king. You, again, you may be a younger Sagittarius, and then there may be some older Sagittarius is watching, and this to me is both people here. The Knight of Wands, though, is about, traveling. It is about not really paying attention where you're going, being a little bit reckless, kind of having that fire energy to go and do and just see and like absorb everything. Can also indicate, in worst case scenarios, somebody who has kind of a wandering eye, okay, or somebody who has, who's kind of checking somebody out, okay? So you, Sagittarius, specifically guys, may have been checking somebody out in the past, okay? I think most guys always check girls out or other guys out, but this is specifically when, you got your eye on somebody, okay? So you may have your eye on somebody, Sagittarius. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it, but I am saying it's showing up here in your reading. So, you also have the Two of Wands crowning you, which is a really amazing career card. So for those of you who are very focused on career, this is a raise. This is a promotion. This is getting to the top. This is sitting on top of the world. This is sitting pretty. This is having acquired wealth or acquired a position that you may have coveted for a long time. Or this is getting to a point in time in your life where you just have a lot of abundance. You have a lot of wealth. And it's through your own hard work. This is the moment in time where you've arrived. Okay, you've arrived, and either you're well known, or you're going to be well known, or you have a high-powered position. This is a high-powered position. This card also talks about Leo. You may have a Sag. Some of you may be in a relationship with a Leo. Again, there's maybe a Sag-Leo combination where you make really good partners. I feel like there's strong love. If you're in a relationship with a Leo and it's a really strong love connection, message me. I want to hear about it. I feel like it's really, really positive. And then for those of you who are, to me, again, who are single, somehow you went from rags, to riches here. This is going from rags to riches. So maybe your circumstances really turned around, They really turned around, and it kind of came out where, you're in a much better position than you were, maybe financially, maybe relationship-wise. Things are better, okay, for you than they have been. And you have the King of Cups in the immediate future, which is happiness, contentment, feeling really good. This can indicate an older water sign male. I don't usually see it as an older water sign male. This can be like the father figure, the grandfather figure. I see it mostly as the just happiness and contentment. Your cup is really, really full. Your cup kind of runneth over. Really great card to follow, sitting on top of the world. It's sort of like you're sitting on top of the world, and you have a little table, and you have like, 2 wine glasses, and your partner sits on the other side of the table, sipping his wine, and you're sipping your wine, and you're guys looking at the sunset, and it's just beautiful, It's kind of like out of the episode, like of that show, Private Practice, when it was when it was airing. It's no longer airing any longer, but you know, where they'd sit on the beach with their wine glass at the end of a very long day and they talk, you know. So to me, this is a great relationship. And if you don't have this, this is what you're looking for. This is what, you know, you really want, okay? Um, Now, some of you, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse in the position of emotions. Some of you, work has taken over your brain, okay? And you are putting in all of your effort and energy into work, okay? It's sort of like if this is you, the universe is really, you're going to get bit by the love bug, okay, in November. And you're not even going to know what hit you. It's going to be great. Message me, let me know if this happens. I'm kind of excited. And you're rolling your eyes and you're going, okay, Elizabeth, you know, enough already. But no, seriously, I'm excited for you because you are, you know, to have these two cards show up, the Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, that is, you know, very strong career focus, job focus. Even for those of you who are not working, this is focused on a job. You know, this is working very hard to find a job, you know. But ultimately, the Eight of Pentacles is, you know, overworking. Definitely putting so much effort and energy into work that there's nothing else. Day in, day out, that's all you do. So the universe is trying to get you to focus more on love and romance, okay, by sending you this King of Wands person if you are not the King of Wands, okay? And I feel like it's going to be really good for you. Regardless, you know, you have the Six of Wands as well. You've got a lot of Wands cards here, which is, you know, this is, like I said, your month, okay? Even though you're emotionally, like, really invested in work and that's what your focus is and that's what's making you happy, there's you know, I feel like you're kind of shrugging it off. You're kind of like, whatever. And you're going to go back to work and you're going to work hard because you're really, really gung-ho about work right now. Like you're like burying yourself in your work. This is like the definition of burying yourself in work. Because you have the Six of Wands, which is climbing to a very high point on a mountain. Not to the top, but you do have sitting on the top here, okay? And you have working really, really hard here, and you know, getting to you know, a high point here. So in the future, so this is what's going on with you now. You know, you may, you know, be trying to maintain that position. You may actually take a demotion. Some of you may take a promotion, demotion. It's gonna go one way or the other for you. But ultimately, I feel like that's the universe is giving you some kind of upliftment, okay? Some people, and it may seem like it's not good to get demoted, but some of you may do it voluntarily. So, but for specific reasons, you actually might make more money in a lower position than, and you may have too many responsibilities up here. So you may say, oh, okay, I'm going to take this, even though it's being demoted, but I'm going to get more money. So, and it may be less work. For some of you, that may be the case. I don't feel like the Sagittarius that are watching this are afraid of work. Not at all, okay? But you do have a lot of work cards showing up here, which means at some point in the past you were overburdened. There was too much work. You were working too much. Too many responsibilities. And I feel like in the future, your happiness is coming from work. So that's something that you're going to have to work on, okay? In the future. Not mid-November. I would say later in November. You know, you may have highs and lows. You know, it may be a little bit of a roller coaster where you may have these points in time where you feel like you are on top of the world. And for whatever reason, you can handle it. And you've worked hard to get to where you are and you're feeling really good. On other days, you may feel overburdened and you may feel like you have too many responsibilities and you may not have enough of a life at all. So it's going to depend on the person, I feel, Sagittarius. And yeah, so you have the Page of Pentacles in the position of attitude in the future, okay? And the Page of Pentacles is the new job, the new opportunity, new feelings, a new relationship. This is a lot of time a person. This is someone who, a lot of times, this is the student. I see this primarily as the student, or somebody who's going back to school, or someone who's thinking about going back to school. You know, but this is also starting something new. You know, this is, my only thing here is because this is coming on the tails of the other cards. My suggestion, you know, you have to be careful about materialism here, Sagittarius. And I think I've talked to you about this before. I think this has come up before, so I'm mentioning it again because it's coming up again strongly here. It's a card about, in a way, greed, okay? Needing to have more and more and more and more and never being satisfied. So I feel like you have so many career cards here, and there's nothing wrong with having a great career and being focused on career. The problem is that I feel like at some point, it's like you're not satisfied. You're not satisfied with where you're at, and it's like you're constantly striving more, and that, I want to say, incessant need for more is the problem. It's not the fact that you're working hard and you're getting someplace and you're maybe climbing the ladder. It's the fact that your need for materialism and money is one of those things that's sort of like in the background, and it's part of this energy that it's hard for me to really explain. It's hard for me to put my finger on it. It's just, I think it's just greed. That's the only way to describe it. To me, it's just greed. And I know some people don't like that, and some people get upset when I say those kinds of things, but greed is being needy. And some people don't even know what needy means. Being needy is needing, like the Cookie Monster of life, needing, 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 more, more, more. It's never enough. That's something that you need to really work on changing, and not being in that mindset, okay? And changing your energy too. I feel like something's going to happen in the spring. There's going to be a new opportunity that happens in the spring for you. You may, I feel like the thing that's going to change for you is getting into a really great relationship. So I think it's going to shift your focus from your needs and your wants to just having a focus on other, you know, your significant other. I think that's going to come about most likely in the springtime. Things are really going to start to develop in the springtime, okay? You also, the outcome is the Fool, which is to take a leap of faith. And this is a really great card to have as an outcome, because that means you're like ready to launch into the world. It's like you're a rocket taking off. Sagittarius, you know, you're really taking off. And that's awesome to see. And I want you to understand, because you have so many career cards, and because you have this workaholic card, and because you have, and this has come up before for you, and I'm feeling this way, I don't want you to think that I'm not supportive of your career. And I definitely am supportive, especially, you know, anybody who's working hard towards their goals, I support, okay? It's just because it's like an obsession when it kind of gets to this point, that I'm cautioning you to not stay in that energy, to break out of it, to do something different. The universe is also telling you you're going to need to take a leap of faith at the end of November. Whether you're falling in love, whether you're falling into a new relationship, or whether you're falling into, you know, taking a leap into a new career. This is also traveling. Some of you, this is Thanksgiving and travel, getting onto airplanes, planes, trains, and automobiles kind of thing. It will be good for you to take a break from focusing on work. I feel like that's important. So go. If you're questioning whether you should go, I say you should go. Okay? That's what you need to do. But definitely I am supportive of, you know, anybody who's, you know, I mean, I can't even tell you, for years and years and years and years and years and years, all I was focused on was career. That's it. That's all. There wasn't anything else. I feel like, but for you, you need to realize that's not all there is. And be fulfilled by other things. Allow yourself to find fulfillment in other things. And I feel like some of you are going, well, that's how I'm supposed to survive. That's how I survive, by working hard and earning my way and climbing the ladder. That's how I survive. There's no other way to make money. There's no other way to survive. I have to provide for myself. This is what I've got to do. And see, the fact that you're kind of, we're rubbing up again, we're kind of going like this right now. Our energies are kind of going like this. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. That's not the belief system that you need to have right now. What you need to have right now is you can live your life in a balanced, healthy way. You don't need to live your life believing that you have to work and slave and struggle to survive. That's a belief that you may have, but you don't need to continue having that belief anymore. That's an old, outdated 1930s, 1940s perspective on the world. And you don't need to be the slave. Say no. I'm saying no. Don't be the slave. Don't be a slave to society. Don't be a slave to your work. Don't be a slave to somebody else. If you want to be somebody's love slave, definitely. But other than that, don't be a slave. And don't have the mentality that, it's, you gotta, in order to survive, you gotta work and you gotta make money, I'm not saying you can't work, but I'm saying the belief that you have to be a slave and that you have to work hard and that, there's nothing else, there's no room or no time for anything else, is a belief system that you need to wash your hands of. Wash your hair, wash your hands, let it go. The answer is no. You don't have to believe that anymore. So yeah, I think that's all I really want to say. You may be kind of going through a period of tests, starting December, end of November. Some of you may be separating from a partner. I feel like really a lot of positive things are happening though for you. If it feels like a test, if it feels like, it's a struggle, it's a test, okay? You will pass, okay? The longer you stay in that mindset of survival and struggle and hardship, the longer it'll take for you to pass though. So the longer you'll stay in that, in the struggle. And the Page of Swords, to me, here for, the final two cards, is we've got the Strength, which is the test, and the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is being lifted up out of hardship. So, to me, what's going to come after the test, after any struggle that you may have had, is being lifted up. I don't feel, Sagittarius, that you're going to have to worry about a job in the future. I feel like you're going to be working. I feel like you're going to be making money. I feel like you need to balance your life out with other things aside from that, and be happy and be well. And, focus on your health too. So that said, and some of you are going, oh my God, what about my health? Don't leave that. I'm not predicting anything negative for your health, okay? But I am saying workaholics, generally, they develop ulcers, okay? Generally, they develop negative stuff. And I feel like, and somebody actually told me off my last video, because I feel like this is very similar to my last October video. So I feel like somebody is watching it again, and it's the same energy, and you need to really turn it around. It is not fear-mongering to say what I pick up, and I pick up that somebody is overworking to the point of illness, okay? But most of you, it's just overwork. You're just overworked, and you're focusing too much on work. Doesn't mean you're going to die from work. It just means that you're focusing too much on it. That's it. That's all. So that's all I'm going to leave you with, and I'm going to send you big hugs like I normally do. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much. All right, take care.